governor talked a lot today about job creation. We've got the lowest unemployment rate in our state's history. We've got more people working today than any time in our state's history. And then the governor also did an excellent job of issuing a challenge for us as we come into this legislative session, his last as governor, and building on some of our criminal justice reform successes and other things, and I look forward to working with him to make it happen.
I thought it was a very positive and unifying speech. I think some of the things he talked about are things that we can do together. He talked about teacher pay, he talked about infrastructure, he talked about criminal justice reform. So I think those are all positive and unifying things that cross party lines, and I'm hopeful we can make some progress on those issues this session. He specifically mentioned teacher pay. We need to raise teacher pay in Mississippi. I've heard the governor and the lieutenant governor, as well as those of us in the Democratic Party, talk about that. He also talked about criminal justice reform. You saw in Washington, it seems like they can't agree and accomplish anything, including opening the government, but they were able to pass bipartisan criminal justice reform in Washington. We did that a couple of years ago in Mississippi. I hope we can make more progress on that issue this year.
I thought it was great. He's been a great governor, and it's a good recap of everything he's accomplished over the last 7 years, and hopefully this last year we can make it a good year and finish it off. The legislature, sometimes we get into a squabble with each other on the Senate and the House, and I think sometimes we have to take a step back and look at it from a big perspective of what's best for the state, not what's best for somebody's getting credit for something sometimes.
I thought he hit the right tone. I think he did a really good job of highlighting the successes that we've had since he's been governor, and I think those get overlooked many times, and he did a great job in doing that. I was particularly proud that he mentioned the Early Learning and the Early Learning Collaborative Act that was proud to have a hand in, and we're now leading the nation, or one of the top 5 in the nation on that. I think it was a very positive speech, and certainly, you know, for a governor who's in his last term, in his last speech, I thought it was certainly great. So I thought it hit the right tone all around.
Therefore, I say to each of you, continue to work together to do the things that are best for Mississippi. As you know, this will be my last time to address this joint session. I was waiting on the applause. This is a very special place for me. I began my life in public service in this House chamber in 1992. I started as a young man. I will finish as a grandfather.